YouTube, what's happening? It's your boy, and if you don't know now, you know. All the way gang, it's your boy, all the way sincere, and we are in here on this NBA Live 19. Now listen, if you're new, go ahead and like and sub my boy. Feel free to share this content if you rocking with it. Now look, we outside on 19, man. It's 21, and we playing a little NBA Live 19. Now, shout out to one of my subs, Devin Williams, bro. He actually asked me could I drop the wing scorer versus playmaker video. Now when I went back to go look at it, that was actually the next video that I was gonna drop, because I think the last NBA Live video I did was like the wing shooter versus wing defender, and I said I was gonna do the wing scorer versus wing playmaker, man. And I was doing like a versus series where I kind of give you like a breakdown between them, and then I tell you which one I like better, what my recommendations would be, that kind of thing. Now we're gonna go ahead and get right into this video. Now, doing the type of analysis between the two that I generally do with these videos, I'm not able to stack on gameplay to it, so I'm gonna have to like split that up into a separate video altogether. I didn't have a wing score, I had to make one with an XP glitch, but I do have a playmaker that I like, that I be dropping people with, bro, so I definitely can capture some gameplay for that. Now the first thing we want to look at is the wing scorer and what you get as far as your primary and secondary. Now you're gonna get primary is gonna be dunking, that's gonna be 95 dunk, 95 dribble, which is nasty, bro. So you can handle, pretty much get every package that you need dribbling, and you're gonna catch hella bodies on this build, bro. It just is what it is. Then after that, the secondary skills, the layup, shot off the dribble, mid-range. Now this is ideal for a slasher because if I don't get a dunk animation, I still can fall back on my layup animation, right? But then also keep in mind, and I talked about this in the slasher video, when you're relentlessly driving to the goal, bro, it makes it very easy for you to pull the analog back and like step back in the mid-range, because they're preparing to try to block a dunk or a layup, and you can just step back in that mid-range, green up mid-range shot. So I really like the selection that they went with. Now the playmaker is basically a mix of everything, man. It's a facilitator, and you can see where you have LeBron and Magic Johnson as the two primary playmakers that they like as a wing to like build this build in the image of. Now the primary skills is going to be passing and laying up, and at first glance these seem like very underrated attributes, but they are hella overpowered, bro. Layup in this game, if you go back like far enough and look at my old content, I talked about how overpowered layup is. It really is. When you have a high layup, first of all, for whatever reason, it prevents people from blocking you, but you make almost every layup you take, and being you can be as tall as 6'10" on this build, it makes it really hard to stop this build. Now the passing is also crazy too. Passes just zip all over the court, and you just hitting people right on the money. They don't bobble the ball or like step to the side because it's inaccurate, so it makes it very easy for them just to catch and shoot. Now looking at the secondary skills, you got dribbling at an 88, which is nasty on a 6'10" build, but rebounding, that's amazing as well. And then also keep in mind that you got inside shot. I really love that because you can be driving to the goal, and instead of going straight up for a layup or a dunk, you can just stop, pump fake, go right up with the close shot, and then with the 88, you're gonna knock that down. All right, now when you look at like, now we're gonna switch over to like icon paths and whatnot. When you look at the icon paths, what's interesting about the wing scorer is, to be honest, Vince Carter is the real viable option here. We all kind of understand that. If you're gonna play with DeMar DeRozan, there's two ways to think about how you want to go with his icon ability and his icon path, basically. It gives you significant boost to your contested shot. So what you can do with that is, I just got through talking about step back jumpers in the mid range. You can utilize the contested shot to go with your step back jumper to make it very difficult for them to stop you if they get on to you, like driving to the goal and then you stepping back shooting mid range shots. Or you can just play from the post as a wing. As tall as you can get on this build is 6'8". 98, but you can put little baby guards in that blender and you can do turnaround post shots. But if you don't like that, then this is not as viable. Now his icon ability is going to be finishing at the rim. It grants you a mid-range boost and improves your scoring from the post. When you look at his decisions you can make, the first decision is going to either be mid-range or post, because like I said, they got it built where you're going to be posting up a lot, but you don't necessarily have to play it like that. When you look at like it's either stack or timer on the second decision, the last one is either going to be passing out the post, is going to give your teammate a boost, or impact reduction on the defender on late contest, which this is basically like late to the party. So that's basically hoping your contested shot even more. And you see his icon skill to the right gives you an 85 contested shot. And if you look at his icon skill boosts that are listed right there, he gets another +3. So that along with that last ability, which is like late to the party, makes you where you're barely getting contested when you do shoot jump shots. So I like that overall. And you can see he gets speed, vertical stamina, and he also gets some on-ball defense, which I definitely think this build has no defense, bro. And I'm gonna show y'all some of the other attributes that would indicate how low a defense it has as well, that's not in his primary or secondary. And when you look at Vince Carter, he gets a finishing boost, well, a 3-point boost after he finishes at the rim, which is very easy to finish at the rim with this build. Plus you get an 85 3-point shot, you can see to your right. Another huge call out is a +6 on the rebounding. I really feel like you need to be able to rebound in this game, and this build also has low rebounding to go along with all of the low steal and the low block and everything, because it's not very defensive, so that helps. But then the +3 to the dunk, that boosted from a 95 to a 98. Best dunk attribute in the game, so you just gonna catch hella bodies. You don't get any boost to your speed though, but you do get boost to your strength, and your vertical strength is important so you can get blow by animations. When you look at like your first choice is an accuracy boost of 3, I would absolutely go for that, because you could just pick the timer in the second one if you wanted to do that. Last thing here, hitting the green release give you maximum stacks. I probably would do that one. Or you can give your teammates a mentality boost every time you dunk the ball, which is going to be pretty easy because you're going to be dunking like left and right. Now when you look over at the Playmaker, you can look at you got LeBron, and LeBron, every time you finish at the rim, no matter how you finish at the rim, it could be a dunk or it could be a layup or whatever, you get a significant boost to all your defensive skills. This makes this build very overpowered, bro, because he also gets an on-ball defense boost and a block boost, and a +6 to his 3-point shot. You see he also gets an 85 dunk, so that gives you another option and way to finish at the rim. And then you add this with Statement Dunker, the trait, and then this build doubles down every time you dunk. Statement Dunker doubles on top of its icon ability, and it makes it a baby wing defender. Bro, I can't tell you how many people I clamp up with this build, but at the same time I'm able to slash, facilitate, just do everything. This is a very all-around build, and you can see it gets speed, vertical stamina, and strength as well. Magic Johnson is one of the more underrated icon paths in the game, because people I think read this icon ability wrong. Assist and rebound grant a stackable boost that can be transferred to teammates via a flashy pass, but it does not have to be transferred. You can assist and rebounds will basically give you a stackable shooting boost, right? So you get a boost from that, but you could transfer it if you throw a flashy pass, or you can shoot with the boost. So anyway, steal, you get an 85 on the steal, which is very nasty. I really like that as well. You get a +3 with your 3-point shot. You get mid-range boost and off the dribble boost. That's nice. You get another +3 to your passing on this build, so it ends up having a 98 passing, and I'm telling you, that is something that you shouldn't take lightly on this build. Now when you look at the decisions, your first decision, you can either go with inside shooting or boost boost to your mid-range in 3. You definitely want to go boost to your mid-range in 3 to go along with your icon ability that's working for you. You get stacks or timer, you know how that goes. And then the very last thing, getting an assist will grant a boost to your perimeter defense. This is something I would highly recommend that you go for. Or you could go for getting an assist when your icon ability is active, will grant a mentality boost. I would definitely go for the perimeter defense. It just makes the build that much easier for you to get a steal, because in this game, you can't just run up like 2K and get a steal. You have to play the game where you go with the arrow right or left first before you go to attempt to steal. So this will help you play perimeter defense so you can unlock those steals. Now, when you look at LeBron, you can go with a boost to on-ball defense or a boost to shot blocking. It really depends on how you want to rock out with this. Your shot blocking is going to be basically a 76, and then your on-ball defense is going to be a 73 on this build. So you end up getting another +3, and then you'll have a 76. So it's 76, 76. So you can pick whichever one you feel like is more important. Timer, stackers, and then the last thing is like give your teammates a boost whenever you dunk the ball versus blocking a shot will give you a boost and drain their mentality. So it's completely up to you on how you decide to play. Last thing I really want to show before I just like show you how to make a decision on this build or just go with a decision on this build, I just would like to kind of show y'all like the attributes. Like, I've shown y'all the primary and secondary, but I noticed in like some of my old videos I didn't mention like the other attributes that I feel like you should have. So let me switch on, or just the other attributes that aren't shown in your primary and secondary. So if we go to the league, then you'll be able to see where I really feel like this player. And I get it, bro. You got a 98 dunk. If you go with Vince Carter, bro, you got an 85 3, 88 mid-range. You can pretty much do everything. You got a 95 dribble. So I understand that they don't want to make this build very defensive. But even having a 70 overall means that you're not going to have a great deal of frequency in whatever that attribute is in terms of activating it. But this build, bro, they really kind of tried to nerf it. So I'll show you in terms of defense, and I see people getting dropped off with this build. You can score, but you're gonna get dropped, bro. You can see on-ball defense is a 70, so that's gonna be pretty good. You can see inside shots a 70 as well, contested shot. But this is the part I wanted to show: rebounding 65. So you're not gonna really be getting rebounds with people that are out there that have a high rebound, and that's really important on defense to limit possession, right, and keep people off the offensive glass. But then 60 steal, bro, that's very, very low. And you can see the other stuff that's on screen. You can see post defense is going to be at a 70. That's not that big of a deal. Passing is going to be a 70 as well. Post moves and whatnot. But then look, your shot block is even a 60, bro. So all those things are so terribly low that it's very unlikely that you're gonna get a steal unless you have statement dunker that's being activated and you're using that badge primarily to help you. If you do not have that badge on, I wouldn't expect to get any blocks. I wouldn't expect to get any steals or anything. Now I'm gonna show you real quick the Playmaker, and then we'll just finish the video up with that. I don't want to keep the video being too long, so we'll load up my Giannis build, bro. And man, by far, man, this is I wouldn't say, because I ranked these builds 1 through 11 one time before. I probably would want to go through and do an update to that, but I don't believe this is like the best build in the game, but this is like one of my favorite builds in the game, man. It's just so diverse, man. For people that play high IQ basketball, this build basically can get it done everywhere. So right here, I'll show you his attributes. So when you're looking at this, bro, and here's the difference. So remember, 60 still on the wing score, and now you got a 70 still on the Playmaker. So that's a variance. You get a 68 defensive awareness versus the 65. You have an on ball defense of a 73 versus the 70. Also keep in mind this player does get on ball boost and on ball skill boost with LeBron. Your 3-point shot is a 67, but keep in mind you can use traits for that: catch and shoot goal, open 3 goal, and then have LeBron with the +6, so that'll bump it up to a 73. You can actually green with that, and then shot blocking is a 70 on this build, so as opposed to having a 60 on the wing score. So now you can see where really the only thing that this build is sort of lacking, because you like all of the like Magic Johnson or LeBron gives you defensive buffs to this build. So now you can pretty much do everything except shoot the 3-ball like crazy, shoot the 3-ball, but you still actually can shoot the 3-ball because they're giving you some sort of boost to that with their icon paths as well. So they didn't miss actually anything except mid-range play, I'll probably say. But one thing that NBA Live is not about is living in the mid-range. This is just not, bro. The player models are just too big. It's kind of clunky for you to try to play in the mid-range all the time, bro. So that's why I also don't feel like DeMar DeRozan is like a valid icon path choice, but that's just my personal opinion on that. Now, if I had to make a decision, I would absolutely say the Playmaker is the better of the two builds, but the wing score is fun, bro. It's fun. I would not pull that build out to play against comp, but I would make one because you can just make and glitch builds all day long and get maxed out builds. So absolutely, yeah, make one, have as much fun as you want. This is NBA Live 19, bro. It's 2021, bro. So do what you will. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well so you can know when we post. And as always, respect the OGs. Peace.